Working with InDesign Creative Cloud, doing a few basic things of getting text into a document. You don't need to always retype things or copy and paste. So you can read here, we're putting text in here, doing page continued on, image, numbering the pages. So I've got 8 pages here, and I'm going to go into page 2. I click on the drop down arrow, I click on page 2. I have 3 columns here. I'm going to shrink this down just a little bit, Control minus, so you can see these pages here. So I'm going to I'm going to do a file place or Control D. I have everything in one folder. So I'm going to double click on this file here. The mouse looks like text. I put my mouse in the upper left hand corner of the first column. I hold down the Shift key. Everything is beautifully arranged in here. Next thing I want to do, I'm looking inside here. I didn't have columns set on these pages here. So I'm on the move tool. I click inside here. I'm going to right click inside here. And what I am going to do is go into text frame options or Control B, and I'm going to make it 3 columns. It did that. I had to go into here. Not that big of a deal. Text frame options 3, and then I have that. I selected both of them here, right click, text frame options. So everything is all done. I could have highlighted all of these at once. So we've got that done. Now I want to add a graphic, and I always keep saving my work as I go along. So what I'm going to do next, I'm going to click on the frame tool, rectangular frame. I hold my mouse down, I just drag into here. If I want a square, hold down the Shift key. And what I want to do, I click on the selection tool. I'm going to place a picture in here. Shows it in here. You got the circle here. You can move it around. And if you want to fill it up or enlarge it, you have that extra border there. Hold down the Shift key, pull it, move it up. So I like it. Now, the picture's blocking the text. I click on the picture again. I click on Window, Text Wrap. Click on that second icon here, add a little space so it doesn't touch. I click inside the picture, I move around. If I want to enlarge it completely, click off, click on it, go into the corners, pull it out, and then you can see here it's a little off. Double click here, and then drag it bigger. You've got the picture there. And of course it's going to change page numbering and stuff. Now what I want to do here, I want to talk about a story jump. What it is, let's say you decide to add a couple of pages of advertising in between here, and you want to say continued on such and such page. And what we do now, I'm going to click inside here, this bottom one here, and I'm going to just pull this up a little bit. It has it on all of them here, but that's good. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to create a new text box. I'm going to say continued on page, hit a space bar, type, I say special character, markers, next page number. It's going to say 5 because I am on page 5. And that's where it's going to go to. It's going to go to page 6. I'm going to move this up so it touches. If I click off of it, it says continued on page 6. Now watch this. We decided we wanted to put 2 pages in here. I'm going to click on pages, and I'm going to add 2 new pages here. To do that, I could just go, I have 2 and 3 here, 4 and 5. Be careful when you do this. and I say new page, new page. So I put 2 pages in here. Now watch this. I go back into here, shrink this over. It's saying it's continued on page 8. You can do a story jump saying it was continued from the previous pages. Works the same way. And what happens if you add other graphics in here? It might adjust the pages here. I want to do the page numbering. I'm going to click on the A master. I click at the bottom left hand corner. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to create another text box. I'm going to type in page, followed by the space bar. I'm going to say type, special character, don't want that, markers, current, and Control Alt Shift N. So it's going to say page A. What I want to do here, I'm just going to center the text here. And I can always position it here, but I want to have this on every page because there's 2 masters here. That looks pretty centered here. I put my finger on the Alt key, click inside the box, it copies it, page A. So I go back up into, I'm going to click inside page 2. It's going to say page 2, page 3, page 4, page 5, continued on page 8. This is it in a nutshell.